Hold on, bud. Testing. Welcome to episode 399 of Beauty Magazine, the Sims 4 story of a once thriving, now struggling fashion magazine, along with prequel stories. Our main story takes place in the year 2008. At that time, the magazine is 10 years old. We also have a prequel story taking place in the year 1981. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. And let's get our playlist link in there. Alright, before we get started with what I plan to do, I'm going to jump into something. We'll watch something while I give him his chicken. Because otherwise you're just going to be listening to that. Let's see what was going on in episode 30. Looks like we were working on the article with Wally. Advertisements, one's from the game, one is one that I created. An advertisement that I created for toothpaste. Oh, and I can... Here's two advertisements I made. This is the same sim. I was originally going to use her for another photo for the facial masks, but I figured, hey, let's do this. I borrowed this from another advertisement that I had. So there's a laundry detergent ad, there's this thing, these billboards. I was working on this yesterday and just about finishing it up. These are basically spring looks for Easter. And my 5 different designers, and then wow, it took me that long to get back to working on that. She's not in this picture, but I got a sim named Allie. I believe it's Allie McAdams or Allie Lynn McAdams. She runs the McAdams department store, Fashions and More. And I've added that to a mall that I've started to make. Couple episodes ago, I made a mall. I didn't put any stores in yet. I just have like the shell of the mall. This is from a billboard that I turned into Lily brand perfume because I believe that's Lily Fang. Amber from a billboard. This was drafting on my laundry detergent ads. A draft of messing with the nail polishes. This is actually like a cluster of them in the clutter thing. I just kind of cropped out one bottle. Here's the Cool Shades one. This is from a billboard. I just kind of adjusted this stuff. And then I borrowed this square to put on that other picture. Penny Pizzazz with a different hairstyle from 10 years ago. Maybe 1998-ish. And this is just like extra pages that I put in here as, you know, I can just click select image and replace them at any time. And then I have an April issue that we're working on too. I've done the more peas, the peas article last night. I finished that one. It's the first article that I've actually put in the magazine and then had to put, you know, my disclaimer after it because it's like, it looks like an actual article. my other advertisement for the detergent. I've started work on this article where she's interviewing Penny Pizzazz, who's had a 10-year career in modeling. April Apparel, more April Apparel, testing the Shades Tough Tips nail enamel. These two advertisements again. That one. I'm working on a Boots advertisement to go with the raincoat ad. This was drafts of that other article from the March issue. Penny Pizzazz when she was growing her hair back out. Because at one point she had that 10 years ago and is now long hair again. Lily ad. I recently made this ad for sunscreen and this one. The cool shades. And here's my peas article that I made. Beauty's food editor Caroline Diamond ponders.
You have a good night too.
The potential loss of pounds eating protein-packed sweet petite plant. Could you lose weight eating peas? And I Googled and did some research and stuff, and just gave the gist of what when you ask a question about losing, are peas good for you? Can you lose weight? Blah blah blah. Can you eat too many? And I just kind of put this together. Here I'm gonna full screen it, so y'all can. If you're looking at this, I'll give you a chance to hit pause on the video and read the article. But keep in mind this part at the bottom. This is a fake article as part of Sims 4 story series on YouTube by me, not intended as real advice. Even though I tried to stick to factual information as much as possible here, I'm not an expert. I cannot back up any of these claims other than saying it's what I saw on Google from other people. So do your research. If you're going to try to... The main gist of it is you should still eat a balanced diet. And you need to be careful that you don't eat too many because they can cause gas and bloating because there's ingredients in there. And, you need to look into that. Don't just pretend that my article is a real article and go eat nothing but peas for days. You're not a sim. This is an ad where Helena Rose has been the one designing this particular line of dresses for the last 10 years. And this is an example of how some of my articles may look at one point, where I start off a paragraph and then have to use squiggly lines to make it look like I wrote something, because I'm not going to be able to write all the articles. First of all, I'm not an expert in any of these things, so it's got to look like, I can't just type out all the articles and have people following advice that's not real advice. I got to be careful with that. And then there's also topics like the relationship / sex topic. I cannot get as, quote, raunchy or descriptive as actual magazines do. They, having read and browsed several magazines in the last 20 years, I know a lot of ladies magazines and beauty magazines. They get fairly descriptive about, have so-and-so face you and do this and do that. And, it's not quite, even though my series is not meant for kids, this is The Sims. Kids will be tuning into this. And I don't want to, they just had a thing a second ago where I went to, edit the description of my video and all that and put the tags in. And now they've got a new thing where you click on restrict your video to only viewers 18 and older. And it's like, I don't want to have to do that. I don't mind if kids find this series as long as it's okay with mom and dad. It's not my job to watch what they're watching. to be their parent. But if you are somebody who is young, like, if you're not even 13 and you're watching this, you really should have mom and dad's permission before you're browsing these things on YouTube. There's a lot of things that kids should not be looking at on YouTube and the internet in general. So hopefully your parent is watching over your shoulder or knows that you are looking at something online. That's just the bottom line. I'm sorry. If I had a kid, I would know what they're doing. I would try. I'd try to make them at least understand that there are dangers and things that they shouldn't really be reading, and if necessary, tell them about the things myself before they read them or watch them from somebody else. But yeah, these are, again, filler pages. So, let's get into the gameplay here. This is my main group at the moment. There's currently this sim Wally here. He is now the fiance of our romance writer, romance/relationship/ health and wellness. Let's get our playlist in here. So, repeat. What you're going to do if you are currently under 13 or under 18 and you are watching YouTube? That's right. You should have mom or dad's permission to be watching whatever it is you're watching. It says so in my description that this is not meant for kids. The Sims game itself is like, was it rated teen, or it says that it has sexual themes and things that is based for a more mature audience. If you're mom and dad, mom or dad, maybe you've got an aunt or a grandma raising you, but whoever it is, if they have not talked the birds and the bees to you yet, maybe you should
we're gonna skip
ask
ahead.
them.
Enough.
Try to get them back to flirty.
Catch me riding flirty.
Manny. This is my beauty and hair editor who is apprenticing in a hair salon /salon right now. Give her that. And let's have you relax. You are doing nothing at the moment.
Buddy, will you quit standing on the bowl?
That I had you writing.
I can't give you this stuff when you're standing on it.
I have skills for at the moment. What is your... Okay. We need to get you inspired.
Alright, I'm gonna put this back.
I don't know which one is inspiring Couture. There is an item for her career. I've got her doing the style influencer, But I've been kind of messing it up because I haven't really paid attention to... Yeah, this trending style board. I haven't been messing with this, and this is like one of the early parts of it. I want to see if I have anywhere to put this in her office. Your office would be down a level. Yeah, this is your office. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I've already got her like way up to like... And apparently there's also the work from home bit that I wasn't doing. I think I might start doing more of having her work from home to figure out what I can do with that. She's got the ability to like make people over now. Offer to make over Beth. So yeah, I don't know how that works. You don't need a special item for this, but there is apparently the mirror that I was using for the salon.
Get back.
This here apparently is one of the items that you unlock doing her career.
Damn it.
Or maybe there's a different one, but
do some more while you're down there.
no, that's the same one.
Stop. You did some.
I mean, I think I probably placed this in
here.
Oh.
That's all you're getting. Well, if there was anybody watching, you probably chased them away. Tough dog.
So anyway, how are you doing there, Jocelyn? What are you doing? You're practicing your charisma, because I got to get you done with that so you can do a workout. You're my fitness editor. What are your skills? Should really have you working on media production. Yeah, let's have you do that.
All right, we're gonna get into the game now. So, in yesterday's episode, we went back in time to 1981 to work on Dana's backstory a little bit. And I'm kind of going with the theme that Dana grew up somewhere in New York, either right, either the main Manhattan Island, or on Long Island, or somewhere. But she's from New York. Buddy, you're done. Like Bobby on Ride Along Gang says, you're done, son. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down! All of you. Anybody who's not laying down needs to lay down. Alright. So when I had added her and aged her down and all that to this world where we're doing the prequel, lay down. Stop it. All gone. All gone. Stop. All gone. No. All back. It's all gone. Calm down or you're going to end up losing it. I want it to go into your belly and stay there. Okay? Calm down. Calm. Stay. Calm. I need you to stay and I need you to let me have my arm back. Stay. Oh, well. Okay, so I was working on this. I went to Google Maps and I was looking around New York and trying to find a building to maybe build and getting some inspiration. And I finally came across one and then started to kind of build it. And I pretty much got what I'm looking for here. And so what I'm going with here is a cafe of some sort here, just a little coffee shop, and a little grocery store or a bodega or whatever they call them in New York. And then there might have been a little clothing store here. There might have been a bookstore. Maybe they're still there, but they're currently closed. Buddy, stop. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Oh. Wait, no, we would leave it there because they'd have access coming out this window. Yeah. Now, buddy, stop. Just stop. 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 Buddy, stop. There's just no way I can get this in the middle of this stuff. Buddy, I wish I had more that I could give you, but you can't have no more today. You're not big enough to eat that much. No, why? There we go. Buddy, stop. Just stop. Just stop. There is no more. What? Why aren't you? Well, whatever. We don't need a neon sign. Okay, the problem is I can't put this on here with these being in the way. Like, I can't put this where I want to put it. Buddy, stop! Alright, so if I do that, buddy, stop. All right. So then, okay. Buddy, stop. 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 You need to shut up. She has a beauty, everything she sees, and things somehow fall for her. She had a beautiful touch, yeah. Holding your hand, she had a beautiful touch, yeah. So you apart. Okay, so what if, I don't know, does it have to be two separate things or could it be the same? You know, I mean, is there such a thing as a clothing and bookstore? or what if it was a laundromat and a cleaners? Or shoes and clothing? Um, buddy, I need you to settle down. Alright. I'm gonna put this back on the video thing here because I probably have to take him out again because he, as usual, didn't do what he was supposed to do and then couldn't stay. So, I'll be right back.
The next one now. One of these days I'll have these memorized.
That's a previous episode.
Or I'll put them in a different order.
I believe that's episode 30.
But this is the photography office. Or head of the media stuff. The meatia stuff? Yeah, the meatia. The meatier, the better.
Hold on. Hold on. Are you going to do what you're supposed to do this time?
Yeah, fire some comments. And study some trends. Yeah, that'll give you something to do while I'm doing this. Is there a festival today? No festival today other than that, and I don't want to go to that. I mean, it's too late anyway. Is there a festival tomorrow? Just the sports team day in Copperdale. Because I need to. Okay, so what do we currently have done for the cook together? We have the grand breakfast, we have the fruit salad and the garden salad. 6 days. Hopefully, Dallas leaves my fridges alone and doesn't take a bite of any of these. So it would be nice if I could have just put the plates all on the table instead of having to do a collage. But if needed, I can always go. Have these two go to like a different building and. Like have them cook in a basement or something. But the problem is the whole spoiled food. I could try that in like a different save file or something if I was worried about it. But I just don't want plates taken out of these. But I don't want them getting spoiled either. Alright, what are we going to cook next there, Misty? Let's have him do the interaction so that he starts the cooking. Let's go down the line here. How about the taco casserole? No, we didn't do mac and cheese yet. Mac and cheese or Franks and beans? Well, technically, the mac and cheese is the one they kind of cooked together first when they met. The day they met, he helped her because she had hurt her wrist in trying to stand up in the shower and slipping. And he's a handyman that came over to install grab bars in the shower so she could not have that issue again. And he came out to the kitchen to get a glass of water, and she was cooking macaroni and cheese and forgot that she had hurt her wrist and was struggling with emptying the water, draining the noodles. So he helped her. And then they, he got to stay and have a nice chat while they ate some macaroni. Did I click on that? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, is there anything for you to do there, Misty? At least turn towards him and look lovingly at him. Use your fiance. Thank you.
Lay down, babe.
Perfect. Okay, let's take one of that and then see if we get a different angle.
Okay. If anybody wants to watch that episode, instead of what they're watching now, at any time, you got his episode 30. I do have the playlist link in the chat or in the description. Anytime you want to go watch previous episodes. But at the moment, we're going to pause that. And we're going to get back to the present day of the previous... The present day of 1981. In New York. Or at least that's what I'm trying to make. So, this is, in the red here, that's Dana. In our main story, she's about 40, maybe 42. Here she's about 15 or 16. Because she's a couple years younger than Beatrice. Beatrice just turned 18 in 1981. And just a reminder, our main story takes place in 2008. Hey, look, a mood board. Um, Oh, it is Saturday night, isn't it? Oh, watching the sunrise. Okay. Yeah, let's just find our PB1. No, not that one. I want PB1. Okay. Are we going to do this one random or whatever? I mean, you wanna maybe maybe what? I don't know. I don't know how much singing I want to do right now. I don't want to do. I don't want to have. I don't want to do all of them. Okay, you know. Well, I don't know what to tell you. You want to do the positive energy? Well, yeah and no, because some of the ones on there can, you know. Well, that one's on there. Yeah, it is. Alright, let's just find one on there. Yeah, I know. There's that one. Yeah. I don't know. You don't want to start with that one, do you? You're not ready to start with that one. I don't know. Okay, I want you to click on one of these. Yeah. And we'll worry about whether or not you start singing later. Okay. Because, you know, we should be going nowhere fast. Alright, the main thing I want to do is figure out what's going on with this. And I want to figure out... Something had Dana down here in these places browsing magazines. And every time she would go into something down here, wherever, somebody was nitpicking at her. Like, she might be in here in the coffee shop, you know, reading a magazine, and... Where's she at? Oh, she's over here. And this one here was picking at her like, you know, what are you looking at those for? You ain't never gonna be a model, or you ain't never gonna wear those clothes, or... Maybe at some point she was in the market, looking at magazines, and this one here might have been picking at her like, you know, don't touch the magazines unless you're going to be buying them. I don't want you wrinkling them and bending the pages. Maybe she was doing that, you know, from a young age, or, you know, like, younger than she should have been looking at those things. You know, but... ignore this lady in the blue here. She's visiting. She showed up. That's Beatrice's aunt. There's, you know, she's not part of what we're doing. Because she's supposed to be in California. And this is New York. There might be a clothing store, there might be a bookstore, there might be laundromat. I don't know for sure, but these may or may not be closed for good. They might just be closed today, and the doors are hidden back here. You know, we could pull these back, right? Like up here. It's a shame we can't just use those as actual doors. It's the start now. Where the road to take. We won't make a mistake. I'll be guiding you. Have to believe we are magic. Don't let it stand in the way. Have to believe we are magic. Don't let your aim head astray. And if all your heart survives, destiny will arrive. Your dreams alive for you. Bring all your dreams alive for you. You're safe. You're home free. Planets around so rare. Promise in the air that I'm guiding you. Anytime at home, teach you and fall. I'll be guiding you. Have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. Have to believe we are magic. Don't let your aim head astray. And if all your heart survives, destiny will rise. Bring all your dreams alive for you. Bring all your dreams alive. Have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. Have to believe we are magic. Don't let your aim head astray. And if all your heart survives, destiny will arrive. Bring all your dreams alive for you. Bring all your dreams alive. Good times, bad times, give me some of that. Good times, bad times, give me some of that. Good times, bad times, give me some of that. Do I want to actually build this stuff or not? Yeah, I do, but I wish I had lots of time, you know. I know, but still. Good times, bad times, give me some of that. Good times, bad times, give me some of that. Times, bad times, give me some of that. Want it to be good time, America. Stand up and fight, 'cause it make no mistake, no lie. No, back to the corner. Maybe it's over. You don't wanna take me. What's in your life is a miracle. Stand up and fight. This is it. Make no mistake where you are. You're going no further. This is it. It's over and done. See how it goes. It's not up to me this time. Don't stay where you are. Going no further. It's over and done. Feels like ladies on the show of madness. Actually, I went crazy. Time to get out. Step out into the street. Love action. Fucking action feet. No place where we can choose one night away. Underneath the electric stars. And we can take who's right away. Maybe they'll find if music starts. Oh, be the rhythm of the night. Dancing till the morning light. Feel about the words on your mind. The rhythm of the night. No time to be standing. There's too much going on. Do you like living life? A good time going on. Rhythm of the night. What goes on your mind? Rhythm of the night. What's on your mind? Where's the kitchen at? Shut up. Where's the kitchen at? Shut up. In the end, I thought I'd win in the end. In the end, I thought I'd win in the end. Are you happy now? Where's the bathroom? They don't get one. Not every restaurant has a public bathroom. How do you know? I don't. I just said it that way. Maybe this one's grandfathered in and the rules don't apply to this one about having a bathroom. The bathroom's out here. You step outside and, you know. Oh, look, see? Will you just shut up? Hey, maybe I'll wear my hair. Maybe I'll move somewhere. Maybe I'll go to so far away. To back. Maybe I'll lose some weight. Maybe I'll remember. Maybe I'll just get drunk on apple wine. Me, I'll be just fine. And then, Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still, I won't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. Blind the soul. Maybe I'll just slide low. Maybe I'll put the bus. Maybe I'll put the stars until dawn. Me, I will go on. Maybe I'll put it down. Maybe I'll just leave town. Maybe I'll look fun. Maybe I'll meet someone in every man. Maybe I'll just fine. And Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. 'Cause I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be fine. One of these days I'll have that memorized. I almost had it. Really? Oh, dummy, you're an idiot. Stop it, stop it. Who does it better? Does it better? Stop it. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, I want something like that, but not necessarily that one. Well, looks like that's what you're getting. There's no stopping us. No stopping. Is it better? No stopping us. No stopping. Stopping us. When does it better? Stopping us. No stopping. It doesn't matter. No stopping us. No stopping. It doesn't matter. Na 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 na. No stopping us. When does it better? It's no stopping us. Stopping. No, it doesn't matter. Stopping us. Okay, I like this. What other colors do we have? Does it better? Does it better. Wow. I just realized I have 2 different songs from the same movie on this playlist. In addition to other songs that are from the same movie on this playlist. Not this movie, but there's another pair of songs that's from a different movie. But we already did one of them. We did Rhythm of the Night, and now it's The Last Dragon. Complexities. A test for you and me. Hold your head up high. From the sky. Always lie ahead. Before you fight, use your head. When you leave the nest, when you're born, you can spread your wings and fly. Flying deep inside you, instinct you'll find in time of need. The glow. Come and go. It's automatically now. You fall. You've learned your lesson now. I can teach you no more. I will deep inside you. Little strength you'll find in times of need. The glow. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the grave. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. You are. You possess the glow. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. The last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. You are last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. Well, that ain't gonna work. I need to put it out here. It's not gonna let me put it out here. Hang on. Help is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on. Tiny voice did say, somewhere deep inside the inner man. Conclusion we have. Oh my God. Hang on. Help is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on. Tiny voice did say, someone deep inside the inner man. Don't forget to take care of you. No matter what you do. Oh, So much hurry. I screwed it up. I'll give you trouble. Traded in. Hang on. It is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on. Tiny voice did say, you're somewhere inside the man. Hang on. Help is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on. One voice did say, you're somewhere deep inside the inner man. Help is on its way. Help is on its way. Well, would you look at that? It's not debug after all. Maybe it was included in a later pack. So then say you can't do it. Robot, please try because we can do the impossible. We can. And won't stop. We can make a difference in our life. One heart. Oh, it's one voice, one heart. Yeah. So don't say we can't do it. Do the impossible. Well, whether I get anything out of this or not, I'm at least getting there, I mean, we have a diner. We didn't have a diner. Now we have a diner. It doesn't matter to me whether it works or not, because it's just for storytelling purposes. I wish I had more options for making a store, but I mean, I've already made one in this particular I haven't been in this this world save in a little while. But I mean, I've already made a diner in this world and a little grocery store. Nordhaven? Newcrest? Yep, Newcrest Family Market. Oh, and then I was making the little pizza place and the things like that. And then I built my house that I grew up in. Although actually, I don't know if that's my house there or if that's the Bailey houses. That's the Bailey house. My house is right here. Yeah. Okay, so that's my house. And then that's the market that... Oh, you can start speaking now. You know, I'm gonna have a little produce area. I wanna see you, baby. What you wanna say? What the words fall out. I wanna see. Okay, and then I used my Walbert building. I plunked it down on this lot, and because it's a smaller lot, it chopped it in half. But I have my parking lot all ready. Let me try. Let's see. What can I want to look up something nearby so that I don't end up going on the wrong thing. Actually, I know what we'll do. Let's look up. Come on, pick something. So that was not always. Yeah. Yeah. So, Shaner Market. That's basically what I was not looking at this when I built it. I was building it from memory. But yeah, that's This is actually the second version. The smaller one that was there when I was born had a fire and they rebuilt. And it got bigger. And I don't know if anybody remembers the blackout that happened back, what is it, 2007 or whenever that was. But the one that was like all over the Midwest and all the way over to New York. Well, I had just walked in here with, I'm in Michigan, so we have the deposit to take the pop bottles back. I walked in there, and the clerk had just counted them out because they didn't use machines at that time in there. And the power goes out. And we're all like, you know, did somebody hit a pole? Did a transformer blow? What's going on? You know, and obviously the power did not come back on. So I'm like, so now what? And they're like, well, they could probably pay you out of the lottery money or something. So I ended up getting paid out of that, and I got in my car and went home. It wasn't until I got home and realized, okay, this is big time. Thankfully, we had a radio that took batteries. And then I got the local station in, and Frank Beckman from like WJR, who also was doing the Tiger games around that time, was on the radio saying what had happened, so we were able to figure that out. The problem is, I was supposed to be getting cigarettes for my mom, and she didn't get her damn cigarettes, so I had to listen to her bitch about it until the damn power came back a couple days later. You know, however long it was, but yeah. But that's where I was when the blackout happened. Look, Canada's down here. And where we were is north of that. Look at all this Michigan that's north of Canada. I live north of Canada. Now, I did not redo this part to make it look like the other building, because I already had this from my Wolbert building, so I didn't bother messing with it. Don't forget your second wind. Okay. Only human. Don't forget your second wind. Oh, Kay's Kitchen, eh? Yep. You're only human. That's right, it's Kay's Kitchen Diner and Tom's Cycle, not Tom's Diner. Don't forget your second wind. Later. Hey, look, our building. I'm gonna click this for a minute while I go get my coffee warmed up.
I should probably, yeah. Let's try to do that right now. Go back through some of these and what were they making? That was the fruit salad. Okay, so file, save as, new folder.
And I will be right back.
Because I could put together, making fruit salad, making. There's no rule that says I can't just do several pages. I mean, it's 6 meals that I'll be featuring when I figure out which ones they are. But then again, I could also combine some of this where it's like make a fruit salad to go with one of the other meals. Make a garden salad to go with the spaghetti. That way, like, one of you could be working on the garden salad while one's making spaghetti, that type of thing. You could be having macaroni and cheese with your Franks and beans. You know, and the idea there is if there's 2 of you cooking, then it takes half as much time to cook all that. You know, you're not having to, you know, mess with one thing and then start the other and do all the time management with, like, okay, well, I gotta brown the hamburger, but then I gotta, or not the hamburger, I gotta brown the hot dogs, and I gotta chop them up, and I gotta do this, but I haven't gotten the noodles going yet, and somebody's gotta unwrap well, no, not okay, never mind. I'm getting off track here. Bear with me. This is my last day of vacation, and because I've been on vacation, I've been pretty much live streaming about 15 hours a day, so I'm not sleeping as much as I should have. So today's stream is not going to go past, unless I split them into 2. I'm probably for sure going to, this one started at about 2:40. I think it was 2:40. Anyway, I may only do one long stream today so that I have a chance to sleep before I have to work tomorrow. Because I know when I get into work at the grocery store tomorrow, chances are it's going to be behind. Because I do the lunch meet, and while I'm sure my boss who works it when I'm not working it did a good job, I'm still dreading it, because even if he did, there's still tomorrow's truck that comes in. Anyway. This is fruit salad. This was also fruit salad.
Okay, that's one possibility.
Let's see, what was this? This was also fruit salad.
Noises all over the place, yeah. Okay, bear with me, folks. I'm going to make some noise here.
We're going to skip that one. That particular one we can just delete. We're not really doing anything on this one. This one, I think they were at least... Yeah, well, that looks a little bit better of an action shot. You can tell that he's doing something, and she's got the measuring cup, so I like that one.
Yeah. Oh. In case anybody's wondering. Well, let's just do this. So, yesterday when I was I work in a grocery store, and they got the Cheez-Its on sale. And they have this limited edition flavor, French onion. And it's like, I'm hoping when I get to the bottom of the box there's some flavor. Because so far there's like nothing on these things. There's like a hint of flavor. A hint. And I bought like 6 boxes of them because it's a limited edition. Which is fine, you know, I mean, hey, I got lots of soup I need to eat. So, if anything, I've got crackers for my soup. And it's not to say I'm not eating them, it's just I wish they had flavor. You know, I was expecting like a sour cream and onion chip, not this barely anything. I'm not one to be like complaining about food, but I was just expecting something more. I didn't finish this, but this is what I ended up getting in here. And then that's Cassandra's article that I did finish. So, we have a theme going where every time Dana went to do something fashion related, either reading the magazine or something else, one of the adults one of the shopkeepers or employees or somebody in these buildings below where she lived would get on her case about it. So I'm thinking, I don't necessarily need a bookstore. Maybe this was a dress store. Because we already got the thing where she's reading the magazines over here and getting told, you know, hey, either buy them or put them down. And over here, we got the waitress, or, well, she's either a waitress here or the wife of the guy, you know, the family business, and she's also a waitress here. But Ermelinda Pelham, she's getting up there in age. She got some wrinkles. She got a little scar on her chin. She's got some beauty marks. She's not exactly a model by other standards. And she's the one that's always just out of nowhere, Dana might have been in here just like ordering some coffee or a drink or something, and reading the magazine that she had actually bought, and that one there, this loudmouth just has to say something about you. What are you reading that for? You ain't never gonna wear them clothes. And I was thinking, so we got the thing where Dana's out, where I did a thing the other day where she was matching the outfits together in the thrift store. What if this was a clothing store, and as she was growing up and stuff, she'd be in here bothering the customers, trying to, help them pick out outfits. And maybe they liked what she was doing, but the store owner kept chasing her out of there, like, leave my customers alone. Yeah, I can... Ugh. What the hell do I do to that? I can see that happening. Yeah. I mean, for starters, that's what she grew up with. I mean, it's possible she could have been working in the grocery store and like, hey, put those down and get back to work, or, but still. But there's got to be something between this and her needing to go out to LA for whatever reason. Yeah. Yeah, I like that idea. Oh, here, let's get everybody a lottery ticket that needs one. Why do they? See, that's the thing. Why do they bother putting these up if I can only pick one? I swear, it's like watching my cousin Vinny, and he's at the diner, and it's like, well, is he gonna have the breakfast, the lunch, or the dinner? Well, I guess we better click that. Earl has advised Lana affecting her character values. That's really important. Okay. Sorry for all the noise. You gonna stop it? No, I'm not gonna stop it, but I'm sorry for it. You want it like that? Yeah, but yeah, I know. Give that to that house or apartment. I don't know. It ain't doing what I want it to do. Okay, so they got the same amount of space going there. They just don't have the same amount of space here and here. Oh, the window disappeared. Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, I'm starting to, well, I can't stay up late anyway, but eyes are wanting to start to close. Yeah. All I know is that's annoying me now. Yep, that's not working. Well, I don't know for sure if I'm going to do a stream tomorrow of this, or if I'm going to play something else, because tomorrow, or later today, is going to be episode 400. And I don't know what I want to do yet. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm working 10:30 to 6:30, so chances are I probably won't be able to get in here before 8 o'clock. But then Monday morning I work at 8:30 in the morning, so. Yeah, I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. I mean, I might pop in here and maybe I'll play other games. Maybe I'll do some truck driving. I don't know, but I'll have to figure it out tomorrow. But if I get to bed now and get some sleep, it'll help for tomorrow. You think so? Maybe. I mean, for the most part, I did what I meant to do today. I got that little bit of a diner set up. I figured out a little bit more of the story. So, it works. Now, the fact that the other lady, the fact that the clothing store might now be closed, I might not need to make anybody as the owner or whatever. Just a reminder, if anybody was enjoying any of that video that we were watching, that was episode 30. If you want to go to the playlist and check that out yourself. Or any of the other videos. The link is in the chat and it's in the description. Anyway. Thank you to Daniel for joining in tonight. Let me reload this really quick. Oh, that's right. It was Saturday night. Probably were doing other things tonight. So, yeah, thanks to Daniel, and hello to Freebird and Tater and Jen and all the others who may or may not have been watching. And if, for whenever time they do watch. Thank you to those who've been watching. Thank you to those who are watching in the future. And hope you have a good night and a good day, and hope to see you all in the next one that you are able to make it to. And until then, bye-bye for now.